that's the cat's bathroom. I don't generally like company in there.
Cat's bathroom.
Yeah, you don't want to smell the cat's bathroom. Alright, so here we are doing our first lesson video. The most significant thing we talked about was relative major, relative minor. And we can simple this up by just like saying, what do I do if a song's in a major key and I want a solo? Right now, a lot of the time when you think about starting to play, you're thinking about from my index finger on the desired note and play my blues boxes. If instead you did the same thing with your pinky, we would be getting the same result. Just making sure you're not robbing me. You don't see the thing. Cool, man. So like, pinky on C, song in C major. Just play my blues box first. You can start on the first note even. You know, you could go. That's our A minor pentatonic. So C. Totally sounds right. A minor. Sounds right as well. So A minor is C major. C major is A minor. And you can really just picture it with this 3-fret thing, or just index pinky. And then, like, you know, how many times are A minor and C major going to come up before you just know those two relate? Like, you already know that E minor and G major are the same thing. Anyway, cool. So there it is for starters. So it's like, you know, D major is B minor, you know, E major is C sharp minor. So cool. Put your pinky on the root and play all your blues licks. And then we talked all the way through the Hendrix thing, and then we did those 4 fingerings for the major scale. You know, general concept is I want you to be learning each one of these riffs independently and really getting good at them. It's going to be tempting to move on prematurely, and I want you to do it maybe like 5 times more than you'd naturally be inclined. And the implied assignment is I want you to do a riff. I already went over the, you know, put your pinky on it, do that stuff. So implied in this assignment is do something you would normally do and then transition into one of these Hendrix riffs, or the opposite. You know, start out a U idea and then figure out how to make one of these riffs work in it, which, you know, we were in B flat in this song, but obviously everything's the same everywhere. So that's the big trip, and starting to go one single pick rather than is a huge part of, you know, the thing that's not happening for you as much, and that's where we get all like lyrical. So that's your general direction as far as like I'm just noodling in blues, is really trying to make it sound lyrical. I just said it over and over, but you know, it's like everybody just went until Clapton started playing lyrically, and then Hendrix took it above the rim. Cool. So we did these riffs, and I'm gonna send you a video of me doing that. But it was all this. I'm gonna actually play this once just in case. And it was like. There's our pinky note. I just did that in case I don't have a video of me teaching it to somebody else, just an MP3. So clearly, you know, if you're working with that, just pause after I play a lick, and I'll send you the commercial Hendrix MP3 in the email too. So you'll have him doing it, what I just did, and I think a video of me teaching it more in depth. Cool, so that's what's up, you know, it's like assignment 1. Start using your blues boxes for major keys. Assignment 2, learn these first 4 fingerings for C major scale, where we're hitting everything available to us, kind of going, this thing I know how to do. And it makes me think about pointing there. This big capital analogy, you're not going to be able to think about what notes you're playing when you're in a different key. I don't know, if I was like here, how am I going to play an E flat? There's E flat. That same exact stuff I just did, and it works. And anyway, that's the thing we're building, but when I realized I didn't know relative major, relative minor, we just took a left turn. So yeah, kind of like we'll just round out your blues licks for a minute here, and then next time tackle the rest of like how do I play every major scale everywhere and modal playing and stuff. Briefly though, modal playing on a stringed instrument in a modern context has fuck all to do with I'm starting the C major scale on F, which is how it's usually explained, and therefore it's Lydian. I can, if somebody's playing some bright group in C, I can start on F all I want. If I play the C major scale, I'm playing the tonality major. It's going to sound like I'm playing the major scale. So the way modes really play out for us is, here's this song in G major. I could play the G major scale, or I could play a bunch of other scales against it, knowing that that's going to create the mixed Lydian tonality or whatever. So when we get good at major scales, you realize you already know modes. You just kind of have to go, okay, so I'll just play in C against G, and it works for everything. That's the exact same concept of relative major, relative minor. So just like you realized, okay, so just this song's in C, I play my A minor blues licks, it works. It's going to be the same thing, and this is something that we'll tackle when you're already good at this whole, there's F, I know what major scale to play, there's E flat, which we learned them in C, we're good to go. Awesome, so yeah, I feel like I've got a much better